Hey dear friends, here I'm back with a new video, and today I want to talk about the Ditto loop pedal that I have since I guess 10 years and that I have been using a lot on this channel. And I never had a loop pedal and I never understood how helpful it really is. And how did I get that loop pedal? So I had a lesson with Ronny Graupe, and I highly recommend checking him out. He's a great jazz guitar player. And I had a lesson with him, and I think at the time he had the boomerang. I think he had this boomerang thing here laying on the floor and using this to have a loop. I don't know how long the loops can be on this pedal. And I also only know John Scofield is using it because it has also the reverse button, which is really cool. And then you can reverse the stuff that you play into it. And my boyfriend was so kind and organized it for me.
How I record my drums. Or is it record or record?
We have been looking for that a really long time because it's not existing like this anymore. But anyways, I think Ronny also just said, get this tiny loop pedal. It's really handy. It's really small. It doesn't have a battery, which I find sometimes a pity because I would love to not have this extension cable all the time. I find that sometimes, you have to connect the cables, of course, and then you need the extension cable, and then, you need the power somehow. And I would like to have it with a battery just for convenience. But anyways, and Ronny showed me how he's working with this loop pedal, and one thing that you can of course do is to record very quickly a loop, but you can also sort of record just like a root for practicing rootless voicings. But I think the best thing that happened to me is that it sort of is a mirror for oneself, right? We all think about recording ourselves on audio and video and having a recording studio, and maybe when we think about it, it's just like, oh my god, I have to record myself. But with the loop pedal, if you use it in your daily practice routine, you're getting used to recording your loops all the time, and then you hear yourself back all the time. So it's really good if you want to work on your comping and get away from the jam tracks. I highly recommend just to record a new loop every day. And also I know there are loop pedals that can store like more units. So the maximum length of the loop that you can record on this pedal is 5 minutes, which is pretty long. But I think I don't want to have a pedal that can have like 10 slots, and I also don't want to have a pedal with like built-in drum grooves, but I just want to have a very basic loop pedal, and that's what the Ditto loop pedal is, where I can record something quickly. And that's it, because I always record a fresh loop every time I start practicing. So let's say I would be working on those two chords here, E minor, G minor, and assume that comes the sound. And so if I would just like record some, so if I would it's really dark. So if I would record a loop, so I have been working on this Robin 4 tune for a while, and it has like a G minor, E minor, B flat major, and B minor. And it goes on with more chords, but just let's keep those 4 chords. That sounds so cool. I would just like start by recording a loop by pushing down one time. So with the start of the first chord. Okay, sorry. So, okay, there's still a loop on it, right? It remembers the loops. So even so it didn't have any, power supply anymore, I disconnected it, but the loop's still on it. And there's also, by the way, I completely forgot to mention this USB thing here, which I never use, and which is for updates. Anybody who ever has done that, let me know. So, okay, so there's already a loop on it. In that case, you just press long with a double. Yeah. So, oh my goodness. So now the green light is blinking when I press the button once, the recording starts, and when I press the button again, the recording stops. What is very important, and many people try to have like a loop that doesn't have like a hiccup, you know, I mean that you don't hear when it repeats. You have to stop on the one of the next repetition. So you're not waiting at the end of your loop, but you're waiting till all the chords have been played, and then you stop on the one of the repetition, and then you sort of deleting the first chord, but then you can possibly have a loop that works very well. And now you know, let's hear if it has a hiccup. It's okay-ish, right? Get a little slower, so I wouldn't obsess too much about, you know, having your metronome there and having everything in time. So one thing that really helps, and I didn't warm up at all, is just to find the tempo before you record. So maybe just to find the tempo a little bit and maybe practice the chords a little bit. So now I have to delete it. I double click, yes, and wait until the light is gone, and there's a little click that you can hear that it's deleted now, and now I can start again. And I even prepare my foot. I have the foot there before the loop ends, you know what I mean? Okay-ish, right? So I can make it louder and softer. And sometimes I even do that with the foot. What I don't recommend. And now I can just like play a little bit over it. So, and now I have been recording 4 bars, right? And now I can overdub. So, meaning I can put layers. Apparently I can put as many layers as I want over it. That's what's in the manual. But of course, the layer can't exceed the length of the loop that I have been recording. And so it's good to let it maybe roll and look when the loop is repeating itself, then there's going to be a red light. And then when you play a layer over it to start recording when the red light hits, you know, so that you know exactly this, here's the loop, here it's starting, and here I'm starting my overdub, and it's 4 bars long. And then you can use like rootless voicing or whatever. So now I repeat. But I didn't record. One more time. Now I record it. So now I have like more like a sound and a rhythm. You can still improvise over it. now I recorded my improvisation. And since I have been reading the manual today for the first time, I heard you can, and that's really blowing my mind, you can also undo what you have been playing over it. So you can, so that's from Ditto, record a bass line, some chords, a melody. Press and hold the foot switch to remove the melody. Yeah. So maybe I'm just going to try that now. I'm just pressing and holding it without the loop rolling. So, and now I'm letting it play. Okay, so this doesn't work. So if you, apparently maybe the loop has to roll. Let's try to do that because it's really cool. I'm recording a bass line, I'm recording some chords, I'm recording a melody, and then press and hold the foot switch to remove the melody and improvise. I think that's something that Scofield is doing sometimes. So I'm going to record something else because I don't know the melody of this tune. So what am I going to play? So let's just play the first 8 bars of How Deep is the Ocean? Okay, I'm deleting and I'm playing. And in the next round, I'm going to play the chords. Better than I thought. So in the next round I'm going to play the melody. Who needs me anymore? So now I'm deleting the melody. Oh wow! Now I can improvise. Ah, if I can. Okay, can I get the melody back? Yes, okay. Going to get it back. Never did that before. Yeah. So this is just like something I wanted to try because I read that in the manual. So yeah, I just like, as always, highly recommend working with a loop pedal because also what I didn't mention so much is, you know, we guitar players, just as a last example, we can play this chord and we can hear it as a B flat major 7, right? But we can play this chord and we can hear this as a root, and that would be me in this case. I always heard this upper structure chord as a minor chord, and if people played this chord, I would say minor. And so the loop pedal can also help us hear better And if you want to know what you hear, you can just like, you know, play a chord, sing the root, and or record the root and play the chord. Or yeah, just like with anything that we do, we don't have a left hand like a pianist that we can check the root. We can't at all times play a root. So it's helpful to record the root on the looper and internalize the right sound with the right name. That's everything I have for you. Hope I see you around. I wanted to mention I'm working like crazy on a new thing, like a community Sunday coffee jazz thing, which is basically going to be a short video. It's a subscription model. It's a short video every Sunday. So if you subscribe to it, and the link will be in the description box in the next weeks. But if you subscribe to it, you get like a short video, promise, short 3 to 4 minutes every Sunday with your coffee. And the idea is not so much to, you know, overwhelm you with 1,000 things, but just like to get a little inspiration, get a message from me, and help you sort of create a ritual, maybe coffee or tea or whatever it is that you drink, and alongside with a video from me every Sunday. And I just like think that's such a nice thing to do. It's also going to come with a community tab, so where we can exchange questions and also sort of meet other people, because this YouTube channel has been running for close to 10 years, and I think it's time we have a place where we can all meet. So that's that. See you around. Bye.